back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's Expresso, and time for us to now turn our attention to the evil Skneevils.
The evil Skneevils, indeed, and there are many of them out there. You may be on the market for a brand new home, but a scallum also needs a place to lay his cunning head.
Well, here's how you can stay ahead, at least one step ahead of his devious property schemes and scams.
Now, choosing where you live may be one of the biggest decisions that you'll ever have to make, and you need to consider a whole bunch of things, making sure the location is right, that it is within your budget. These are just a few of the things you have to think about. But what happens when you found that perfect place that you can call home, only to find that it doesn't even exist? Yes, apparently that happens too. And that's why we're joined today by Kaliani Pillay, the CEO of SABRIC, the South African Banking Risk Information Center, to tell us more about property scams. And I'll be honest with you, this is the very first time that I'm hearing about this, because we've heard about card fraud, we've heard about all the kinds of other scams that come around, but property is one that I never ever thought about. Tell me more.
Well, you know, perpetrators are always looking to see where they can compromise people, so they're innovative. They look for different ways. And of course, you know, you and I or the man in the street, we're always very excited when we get a bargain. So, you know, you're looking to book holiday accommodation as an example, or you're looking to find a place to lease or rent. And of course, you do Google searches and you find these wonderful specials. And we're so excited by the fact that it's so cheap. And of course, we already hooked. So what they do is they entice people by advertising these amazing specials. You would then go online, you click, you book immediately before you lose this accommodation. You're actually on a spoofed website in those instances. So it's a website that's fake, set up by the perpetrators. So when you put in your card details to now secure this accommodation, you're actually providing all of that, your card information, your expiry date, your CVV number, the 3 numbers at the back of the card. You're actually giving it to the perpetrator. So not only are you paying them, so the payment will go through, and of course the money would have left your bank account. You're not going to have any accommodation because this is part of the scam. And you've also provided the criminal with your banking information to use it to do other transactions. So, you know, we're saying to people, it's the usual saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it actually is. So you need to just be a little bit cautious, rather go onto websites of companies that are well-known, that are reputable if you're looking for holiday accommodation. If you're looking to lease a place, you know, also make sure that you can try and verify. Go and see the property.
That would be my first point of call. Before you make any kind of payment, you need to have some kind of verification that this place exists. Oh, my goodness.
You know, one of the things they do is that they try to convince you that if you don't do this now, and if you don't do this booking now, sorry, we've got 10 people lined up, you're going to lose it. And again, it's about making you emotional about it. And you're so excited about the fact that you found the so-called accommodation or place to rent at a great price, that you tend to want to believe that this is it. And these are the things you shouldn't fall for.
Is this something that usually just happens to people that are trying to rent or book a place to stay at short term? Or does it happen to buyers of property as well?
Well, look, with buyers of property, nobody pays immediately, you know. So in those instances, unless they're asking you to put a deposit, pay them a deposit. But even that, people ought to know that those monies get paid into a trust account at your lawyers. You don't pay the people directly. So, you know, just look out for signs that just seem a little bit odd. And certainly if it really offers that sound great. With holiday accommodation, it's difficult because you're obviously not going to go and view it because you're not there. It's usually at some place that you're going to. But again, you know, make sure that it's a site. Try and verify, even if you have to make a phone call to the place to see if it is actually there, especially when these offers are so fantastic. You know, we just need to be a little bit calm when we're doing all of these things, because at the end of the day, it all boils down or goes back to the fact that they want access to your banking details.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess, do go on the more trusted websites and stick with them.
And also, you know, look out for, especially if you're having to pay, the issues around the URL again. Make sure that you're on a safe site. Register for 3D Secure, very important. So if you register for 3D Secure, it's another level of authentication. So when you're actually doing a payment, you'll be asked for a one-time password to be put in. They wouldn't have access to those security
Okay,
features.
because obviously
So,
that comes,
yeah,
yes, to your phone, and only you can verify
but
that. Yes.
also, their websites won't be able to call for 3D secure. So, these are some of the precautions people can actually take.
Yeah, make sure you have all the layers there. Thank you so much for joining us once again. And I think the takeout from that is that if the deal does sound too good to be true, then it probably is. So always do your research and stay one step ahead of Aboskelem out there by visiting the SABRIC website. And of course, you can also check them out on Facebook and on their Twitter pages for more tips on how to wise up and watch out.
Wise up, watch out.